Yeah, it was a really special victory for me, and I had to really keep pushing him and keep playing my game, and I was able to take the tennis to kind of the way I like to play it, playing long points, and the intensity was so high in the match right from the beginning, and I felt comfortable with that, but I was able to stay calm in the third set, and I felt I was the better player in the third set, so it was nice to capitalize on that break point and stay tough in that 4-3 game and stay calm to serve it out.
Well done for today. From the outside, it looked like in the second set you were getting more comfortable to absorb the pace from the other side. How did you feel during the second set, and how did you turn the match around?
Yeah, actually, I thought I played a really good first set. There was nothing in it, and he took his chance. I didn't take my chances. And I wanted to just keep pushing in, and I think his level dropped that one game, and I think that was the difference in that second set, and I stayed at that level, and he dropped ever so slightly. He missed one easy volley on the break point in the second set, and I served really well in the second set to keep him from having any chances. So I was really pleased with that, and such a special winner to beat probably the most confident player in the world right now.
Also, you played him at Wimbledon outside on grass. Today's indoors, hard court. But were there any other differences between that match at Wimbledon and today?
Yeah, I think I had a little bit of an advantage to play a match yesterday on these courts. He didn't play last week, and coming here, I played really well yesterday. And I got to have the momentum for that, and it's his first match here, and I think maybe if you ask him, I was maybe a bit surprised of the level I brought today and the intensity that we both brought to the match court, and it was a special match, and obviously he's in Wimbledon quarterfinals. He's super confident, super relaxed. He's played way more quarterfinals than me. So yeah, it's a completely different scenario and situation for the match, but I had to play my best tennis, and I don't think he played his best tennis if you asked him, but it was on the day. That's why tennis is so special.
You won 3 out of your 5 last matches against Carlos, who's playing probably his best season so far. That makes it a pretty good ratio. What's your secret? How did you do it?
There's no secrets. I think to beat him, I had to play really well for over 2 hours, more than that, and I had to keep pushing him. I had to keep the intensity high. I had to keep playing every game. I didn't want to take 1 point off. I didn't want to let him breathe at all today, and I had to stay calm, and I had to be not afraid to win. I think that was important, and I told myself before the match, even if I get in a winning scenario, I'm not going to be afraid to win, and I stayed true to that, and I was able to stay calm and relaxed.
You mentioned the 2 break points you had in the first set. Did you realize as early as that there's a big chance today to win against the number 1 in the world?
I didn't think there was a big chance, but I knew there was a chance. I knew I'd been playing well. I felt I built up some momentum. I took Stockholm off to rest after the China trip. I was quite tired mentally, and I went home and I just went swimming. I went to the beach. I went hiking and just tried to relax and be home. And I felt really good in Vienna. I played so well in Vienna. I was unfortunate not to go deeper there, and I feel everything's been pretty simple, and we're just here to play and enjoy tennis with my team, and my team's been super helpful, and there's no drama with us. We're just here to enjoy the match and get on with it. So I knew I had a good chance. For me, my best chance in terms of I was doing all the right things, and I was ready to approach this match mentally to have a chance to win, but I knew I had to play well, obviously. So, it was unfortunate the first set. I had a couple chances, and I overplayed a little bit on one of them. I can't remember the second one, but he took his chance. But I was a nice first set. I was in the match. I was not... I felt comfortable, and I didn't really need to do more or do less, and I held the intensity, and he dropped ever so slightly, and I was able to capitalize on that.
Congrats on the win. I wanted to ask about the first match point. From where I was sitting, it seemed to hit the net tip. It seemed to hit the net twice and then just fall your side of the court. I was thinking with the sort of escape act you pulled off in the Roland Garros final, what were you thinking when that landed, when you saw the ball land on your side of the court?
Yeah, actually, I thought it was going to go over on his side. You know, there were so many balls today that caught the back of the line for me, or he missed a couple balls by nothing. You know, it was one of those days that went almost everything for me. You know, there was a couple forehands I shanked a little bit, some a little bit lucky shots or really good shots that went my way. And I thought that one was good enough to... I always hit my backhand pretty low over the net, so... yeah, I'm used to hitting the tape a lot. So, yeah, I was not. I was alright. I was play the next point, and I remember when I played him in Rio, and I was 40-37 for the match, and I remember I hit the tee, and I said, okay, I'm going to go tee again on the 40-30, and I managed to hit the spot, and he missed the return. So it was a nice moment.
Cameron, just a quick question about the new venue. What was your feeling to play in the new center court here in Paris La Défense Arena in front of this crowd, this Parisian crowd, a lot of people? What was your feeling at the practice and during the match?
Yeah, I think for the players at least, it feels like a lot more space. You know, all the different areas, the practice courts. I think they've done a really good job, and it's a special venue. I think Bercy will be missed. With the centre court is, I think, the best indoor tennis court in the world, like unreal, like for the fans. So that was a shame to lose this one, but I think it just shows how much people in France, they love their tennis. You know, the stadium was close to full maybe tonight, and I felt the energy, and it was nice to have kind of the energy for me. You know, I had a lot of friends in the crowd too. But I think it's I think it's quite an easy place to get to with the transport. So I think it's good for other people. And us players, like for me, restaurants, there's not so much choice around here, but it's pretty easy to get into the center of Paris and enjoy Paris. So I'm not too worried with this, but I think they've done a really, really good job. And it has a similar vibe with all the interior design, you know, the ATP and everyone, the French Federation has done. So it feels similar, but I think with a bit more space.
You have an amazing passing shot in the first game, like on the third or fourth point of the match. Does hitting such a point in so early in the match, hyping up the crowd, to give you confidence really early in the match? And how does that help on during to go get that win in the end?
Yeah, I think, you know, with playing that point early on and hitting a shot like that, I was like, I think it's going to be a good day, you know, and I still got to juice and I still had to grind to hold. I said, I think maybe I hit the best shot of the year for me, and I'm still grinding to even hold my serve in the first game. And yeah, it's a nice feeling, and I was enjoying it right from the beginning, and I think even my physio said today, you enjoy all of it, and with your friends, with us. So I think he was happy, not just with the win, so I was able to enjoy all of that.